Welcome to day 3 of our Divine Goddess Awakening and Integration series. For those of you that are returning, day 2's ritual has been posted on the community post. You can go do that and then come back and listen to this one. For those of you that are now joining us, go back and listen to day 1 and day 2. Play them in 2-speed if you have to, and then come back. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. So, cards out, we have some new faces. So goddesses today are Saraswati, Persephone, Nephthys, Inanna, and Persephone blesses us with her presence again. All right, let's get into it. Your mother energy, the part of you that creates and nurtures, is Saraswati. She's not the kind of mother who babies you or makes everything comfortable. She's the one who teaches you how to express yourself, how to create, how to write and speak your truth. She's the goddess of words, wisdom, knowledge, and art. Think of her like a clear river that keeps flowing no matter what. When you've hit writer's block, when you can't think straight, when your creativity feels completely dried up, that's when you need her. She shows up for musicians who are so nervous their hands shake, and she helps them get out of their heads and into the flow. She reminds you that what you let into your ears and mind matters. Only take in what actually makes you wiser. Your creative power isn't something to waste on every little request or demand. It's sacred. It needs to flow toward truth. And what you're actually creating right now, what's being born through you, is a Persephone version of you, of yourself. You're becoming someone who's been through hell and come back stronger. You're building a life where you separate yourself from all the conditioning, all the "this is who you are" messages you've gotten your whole life. You're discovering what's actually possible for you and choosing who you want to become. And this isn't about pretending the dark times didn't happen or going back to being innocent and naive. You're becoming the queen who knows both worlds. You can handle going into the depths when you need to, and you can come back up when it's time. You're creating a life with actual freedom and movement in it. New beginnings that don't erase what you learned in the hard times. And you're becoming someone who can walk through life with curiosity and wonder, even after you've grown up and seen some shit. The gift your mother energy gives you comes through Nephthys. She's the goddess who stands at doorways between life and death, between sleeping and waking, between this world and whatever comes next. She's been at every major transition of your life, and she knows how to take what's dead and bring it back to life in a new form. She takes care of your soul. She walks through graveyards and temples collecting lost pieces, finding what went missing. When her sister couldn't produce milk to feed her baby, Nephthys nursed the child herself. She's giving you the ability to nurture things that aren't even your responsibility, to protect what needs protecting, and to show up for people with real support. Her gift is a life with providence in it, years with light on your face, deep restful sleep, dreams that teach you things, and the ability to keep growing into who you're meant to be. But here's the challenge. The tough parts of this mother energy, Inanna. She's the goddess who's never satisfied, who always wants more, who goes to extremes. She's honey and pleasure and rapture, but she's also ambitious as hell and hungry for everything she can get her hands on. She wants to rule heaven and earth both. Inanna went down to the underworld, even though it wasn't her territory to claim. She didn't win the fight. She did get killed down there, but she became more herself through that loss. She had to strip off everything and let herself be completely destroyed to be reborn. And your burden, that's your burden. The creative, nurturing part of you is ecstatic and pleasurable, but it's also relentless. It will push you past your limits. It will take you further than you've imagined and make you reach for things that seem impossible. It will ask you to risk everything, to put yourself in vulnerable positions, all for the sake of becoming more. You nurture by expecting more from yourself and others. You create by throwing yourself into experiences with everything you've got. You give birth to new versions of yourself by first destroying what's safe and comfortable. And honestly, that's exhausting. That's the burden. And when Inanna is driving your creative energy, you can never just be satisfied with good enough. There's always more to experience, more to become, more pleasure to chase, and more ground to claim. And then Persephone comes back with wisdom, the message you need to hear. She appears twice in this reading because what you're creating and what you need to understand are the same thing. She's saying, yes, you can go to extremes like Inanna. You can risk everything and descend into the darkness. You can reach for things that don't belong to you and deal with the consequences. But Persephone shows you how to reach your full potential without completely losing yourself in the process. She figured out how to break away from what everyone expected of her while still keeping what was real and true. She discovered all these possibilities without getting scattered in a million directions. She dealt with people's disapproval and disappointment when she made her choices, but she didn't do it recklessly. She did it with the strength of someone who's already survived the worst and came back. The wisdom is, your creative power doesn't have to choose. You don't have to be either the pure, flowing artist or the ambitious, hunger achiever. You get to be both. You can create with the clarity and inspiration of Saraswati's river and the intense appetite of Inanna's ambition. You can nurture like Nephthys, standing at important thresholds, taking care of souls, protecting the vulnerable things, while also becoming like Persephone, the woman who becomes queen by going through hell and returning transformed. Your mother energy is teaching you that real creative power moves between different worlds. It flows smoothly and it storms wildly. It nurtures gently and it demands fiercely. It brings things to life and it knows when to let things die. You're learning how to grow up and mature without losing your sense of wonder, to be ambitious without selling your soul, to create from a place of pure inspiration while also honoring that fire in you that makes you hungry for more of everything. All right. And that is what I have for you for day 3. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you don't miss a single awakening and integration of your goddess within. And tomorrow we have more goddesses that will appear, more goddess wisdom, and another blessing awaits. And I will see you then.